matters. Goes over the top. It's a safe shot. One bounce for 4. Letundas coming into his own. Just a touch. Rocking back, and then that shot, the execution was perfect.
Brilliant batting here by Das, this time making room and playing with the field over the extra cover fielder for a couple of bounces for yet another 4. A useful power play here for Bangladesh. Beautiful partnership between both batters.
47 for 1. Last ball of the power play. 4 runs here. This time only a single, but it's a strong start by Bangladesh. 48 for 1 in 6. Letundas will keep the strike with a single of the last ball. Right, we will have the confirmation about the power play being done and dusted. About to happen. Bangladesh have been very good. 6 overs, 48 runs, 6 fours and 1 6. Right, so he's confirming that it's the power play done, but it's a good power play for Bangladesh. And they're going to... And this is, just take a look at some of the highlights of the power play. We'll come to that. Talk about the UAE team changes, but these are some of the good shots, good starts. This was a no ball, that was the release from Shabir Rahman, went over the top. This I thought was a little bit unfortunate. I felt that it bounced a bit, but then that's how the game goes. Letundas came in, immediately announced himself with that lofted shot over mid-on. So generally, Bangladesh will be pleased with the power play. Right, so Farid punched. Good fielding. But just tell us about this change in the UAE team. Siddiqui is sitting out, but there's somebody special that has come into the side. Zabaf Farid now, 30 years, 14 matches, just 4 wickets. But the UAE side just mixing and matching a little bit with their pace bowling department. We'll come to that after this ball. Nicely worked in the gap. That should be the 50th. They turn for the second. In fact, they're quite happy with 1. Right, tell us about Zahur Khan now. I know that I do know that in a T10 game he bowled a maiden over. Now that is something special.
Yeah, that too, he bowled a maiden wicket over. The batsman who was facing was Lendl Simmons, the West Indies batsman. And a very cunning and useful bowler, I would say, Zahur Khan, with lots of experience. He has played around 70 first-class matches back home in Pakistan and moved to UAE in 2010. And as we're talking about Zahur Khan, we have him on the screen. And he has played a couple of leagues around the world. He has been in Canada, Sri Lanka, as well as he's a regular member in Abu Dhabi T10. Good to see him back in the side.
50 for 1, Bangladesh. Charges down, goes over mid-wicket. And he will get a boundary. Letundas is meaning business here. He's looking to move quickly. 18 of 14. Maybe Hassan Miraj, 23 of 18. Both batsmen striking almost identically. Now that's another look.
Coming down the track here, and Sending the ball in the vacant area towards the mid-wicket, one bounce. And the Mehdi and Liton Das, the partnership building up between these two batsmen, 6.4 overs has gone a decent start, I would say, here by Bangladesh.
4 runs here. He's looking good. Liton Das looks such a class act. He's a stylish player. He's got wonderful technique. And he's been one of Bangladesh's mainstays as a batsman. And very, very impressive player. Liton Das, very impressive as an opener in his T20 career. Look at his strike rate. People tend to look at the strike rate, 550s. In other positions, slightly lower, but he seemed to enjoy himself as an opener with a average 21. You think anything around 30 in T20 is a decent batting average. Mehdi Hassan Miraj now on strike. Now he's doing the right thing. He's knocking it into gaps. They're running that first run hard. Good running, good running. Brilliant running, really brilliant running. Mehdi Hassan Miraj was immediately off, in case you were wondering. 2 off the last ball, 57 for 1.
Come on, lads.
Bit inconsistent in terms of those buildings, 2 small ones and then bigger ones just emerging. The third one really big, the third over, the biggest building so far in the building blocks. Bangladesh going at over 8 runs and over. And that's not good news for UAE. But what about this man, Karthik Mayappan? Every time I see him, I see him as someone special for UAE.
Yes, there is a change, and we can see the Karthik Mayappan, yet another very talented leggy here we have, and whenever he got the opportunity, he grabbed with both the hands. And he's a wicket-taker bowler for UAE, and CP Rizwan, the captain, definitely want a breakthrough from this lad.
Right, let's see what he does here. He comes in the middle. That's the ideal position to bowl for the leg spinner, or any spinner for that matter. Starts off just on the bounce, tossed up. Liton Das just checking it, not going on with the shot. But what about this? I sometimes wonder whether you're playing in Dhaka or whether you're actually playing in Dubai, because I think the supporters, UAE supporters, are outnumbered. Plenty of Bangladesh support. That's wonderful, isn't it, as a team? Again, a nudge. Just good to see, even when you're playing away from home, to have that kind of support behind you. To have them shouting and supporting you and being enthusiastic. That is a wonderful feeling, particularly when you're a touring team.
As we all know, the Bangladeshi fans, they are a big supporter of this team, and we are playing this match in UAE, and the support we can see here for Bangladesh. And this time on the back foot, cut straight into the hands of the fielder. A rare dot ball. The best thing about this partnership is they are not trying too hard. They're waiting for the bad deliveries and dispatching towards the boundaries, and they're taking for the singles and doubles.
Right, good start for Mayappan. Just 2 runs of the first 3 balls, a dot ball in between. Of course, a slog sweep. Oh, just over the man at mid-wicket. Now, it's worth taking a look just to understand how tough was it, or was it catchable. But in the end, it's Liton Das getting a boundary, was going for the slog sweep. It was hit hard, but you would expect, in fact, it's 6. You would. Was it catchable? That's the question. Or did it go over the fieldsman? Well, we can find out here. It was hit really hard. And I think, oh, it's 4. It bounced inside. I think the problem there was, Mudasa, that the fieldsman, he had come in a few yards. Now, had he been on the line, the chances of catching it would have been greater.
I really don't know what he was doing there. And a calculated risk taken here by the batsman, which resulted in yet another 4. The 5th delivery of this over, Mayappan.
See, one thing about Mayappan is that he becomes a little bit predictable with the way he bowls. We do know he's a wrist spinner, but he's more googly top spin bowler, where the batsman will try and play him more as an off spinner really than as a leg spinner, because you don't find him turning the leg break that much. He delivers it with a very straight arm rather than a slightly lower arm that a leg spinner would want to try and employ. Another single. So it's been a good over, very productive over. 8 runs off it. It's 66. It's been a tough time for Bangladesh, particularly the last 12 months. They haven't really enjoyed the kind of success a team would be looking for. They've struggled to win a T20 series, a bilateral series. They had a few problems of their own, but they're just trying to find the right combination. Now, here, they're looking good. Now, the projected score for the sub would be little over 8 runs and over, would be in around 160, and that will be a pretty decent score. But if Bangladesh can get to the halfway stage with a expect a little bit more than that. We'll expect the last 10 overs to be far more aggressive. Not in control, but he's going to get some runs. That is cleverly bowled by this young left armer. And they'll come back for... Oh, in fact, there would have been confusion. Eventually they get 3, but that was very good bowling. He did see Miraj coming down, but he just held it back. That was